Singapore is very ecologically conscious. I think, there are good things and bad things about a city that has like one political party in control of the country since its inception, but they
Mm-hmm.
are able to plan ahead really well. So you can go to this one building in Singapore and you can see like a whole 3D, like a 3D model, not virtual, but an actual model, like an architectural model of the whole city, how they've planned it out. And
Yeah.
you can see like all these beautiful linear parks going through the city. Which I don't know if people know what linear parks are, but
No, what does that
basically
mean?
it is a park that connects a bunch of other parks. Like when I lived in these government flats on the outside suburbs of Singapore, I used to ride my bike to the middle of the city with all the skyscrapers along a linear park that just along a river, and it was a green path. And so I would be able to go this whole way through the city, even though it's a huge, trafficy city,
Mm-hmm.
very dense population with tall buildings everywhere. I would be
Yeah.
able to just go along this green path on my bike all the way to the middle of the city. It was
I don't think I
fantastic.
knew about that when I lived there. I mean, because I mean, yeah, I don't remember walking along beautiful green paths unless I made an effort to get to one. I just think of all the constant construction work that was happening all the time, and yeah, the fact that they charge such a huge fee to even be able to drive in order to try to have the traffic down to a dull roar. So this is fascinating. Are they new, or was I just oblivious?
You probably didn't know about them, but they're always building new stuff too in
Yeah,
Singapore. So
that's
tearing
true.
stuff down, building new buildings. If you love a restaurant, it might not be there the next year because there'll be something else.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of change in Singapore. But yeah, the parks, not only are they're linear parks like this bicycle path, but there are these beautiful walks you can go on. And Singapore is a totally different climate than New Mexico, which is
Mm-hmm.
high, dry desert. So, of course, there's going to be a different approach ecologically to what you do with things there. So
Yeah,
there are
because
these,
Singapore's like right on the equator. It's tropical. It's as hot every day. I mean, yeah, right on 1 degree off the equator. Um, yeah, it's like pretty much always 30 degrees Celsius or like 89 degrees and like 100% humidity Fahrenheit, right? Yeah,
yes, it is
yeah.
super, super hot. When I first moved there, it was really hard to go to work and wear work clothes because
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I'm so hot.
Yeah, and everywhere indoors is over air conditioned, so you're always having to bring a cardigan with you everywhere you go, and then swelter outside and freeze inside. Yeah.
Yeah, eventually, though, your body adjusts to it after a few months. I found that it wasn't so bad. And also, you learn that you can go for sometimes miles through because there's so many malls in
All
Singapore.
the
So you can
underground passageways. Yeah.
underground passageways and
Yeah.
malls, and the MRT, the metro service is
Mm-hmm.
really good, the subway
Mm-hmm.
service. So you can stay indoors and in for a long time and
But I
avoid
bet
the
even
heat.
being on these green paths is just so much nicer than being in the sticky, dirty streets.
It is, and there was some really nice other linear parks I used to go on where they have these hanging bridges through the
Mm.
jungle, so you don't have to be like down there with all the, ants and
Mm-hmm.
snakes and whatnot in the jungle, but you can like walk on this hanging path, and it looks really beautiful through the jungle. And
That's cool.
there was one from where I lived in Pasir Panjang for a while. I would go to this one park and take a hanging path to the next park, and then a hanging path to the next park, and then we'd be like, getting towards downtown and near the ocean. And so you could go for miles and miles along these beautiful paths that connect different parks to each other. And sometimes there were monkeys. Like one time when it was raining, the monkeys came out, and like we had an encounter with our little dog and the monkey that they were like, what are you? This baby monkey was really curious about our dog. So yeah, that was really cool. And another sort of ecological feature of Singapore is that people are really into vertical gardens.